my name up in lights and I and me.
Hey, what's up guys, Nine Toes here, and today I got for you some Battlefield 3 campaign gameplay. This mission in particular is going hunting, which has got to be, hands down, bar none, the funnest mission in the entire game. This is the only one that's got the jets. I'll tell you this right now, if you haven't played it, if you haven't played campaign at all, if you haven't played this mission yet, I believe it's the 4th chapter in the in all of the campaign missions. This one had me smiling ear to ear. I just was, whoa, I blown away. It just was not only stunning visually and whatnot, but if you play with a headset like I do, I had to crank it up. I just, wow. You know, the jets and the everything. I mean, it just sounded incredible. They did a phenomenal job, as we expected them to do, with the you know, the graphics and the rendering and stuff like that. It's just wow. I know a lot of you guys had jumped into multiplayer first, and hell, to be honest, well, I would do. Except that a lot of you guys may have a little advantage on me, and I want to touch on that real quickly. I don't want to delve too deep into it, but I was banned by the PlayStation Network, and I love that word banned because it sounds so permanent. But I learned that it's actually pretty simple to get somebody banned, and it doesn't really take any other real reason other than to just basically be a jerk, and that's essentially what happened to me. So it is over a video, has nothing to do with anything that I'd done or what have you. I don't want to finger point. I don't want to dive too much into details, at least into this point, since I'm still technically under the ban. But very simply, it's just someone didn't agree, obviously wrote down my ID, my PSN ID, and just dropped dime to them. You just go to their website and just basically report me. And it's exactly, more or less what happened. 2 days later, booyah, I'm banned. So it's a 30-day ban. Come back on the 10th of November. I've obviously tried to, appeal to them. I have video proof that I didn't do anything to the to anybody. But you know what? At the end of the day, they don't want to hear it. They're quick to just, ban you, and they're not interested in looking back from it. So even if they committed a wrong, they don't want to admit to it. I gotta sit it out. It is what it is. It sucks. And Sony, if you ever have an opportunity to actually watch this video for whatever reason and or listen to me, quite frankly, what you guys are doing wrong. You guys really should revamp that system. And anybody else that obviously runs anything similar, whether it's Xbox or Steam or Origin, or anything else, really, it's really stupid. Just obviously dropping anybody's name, and then, without any kind of warning or any kind of anything, they'll take that person's word and say, okay. Because the official response I got from them was that I had basically disrupted a game, meaning that I harassed somebody. And just based off of someone just dropping a dime and saying that, immediately boom. And again, they didn't even offer me an opportunity to kind of speak back and say or state my case. They just did it matter of factly. Don't want to, like I said, dive too far into it. But I will be back, bitches, and I can't wait, to be quite frank, because I've obviously got some DLC to download, and I've got some DLC to buy as well too. So. At any rate, let's get back into the game at hand. The reason why, obviously, we are watching this video is because we were hotly anticipating October the 25th, 2011. We've been teased by DICE, for this release date since, February of this year of 2011. So it's been a long time coming. And for a lot of you guys that are looking to get into both games meaning, of course, Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3, God bless you. I will again pass on Modern Warfare 3. Just not. I'm sorry. I just, I did play up until Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops really is what killed it. I never played it, but I have seen it and have played it with other buddies, and it didn't do anything for me. However, I will say this: Activision has got, I don't know what it is, if it's something in their water system or whatever it may be, but I'm sorry to say this, but they do have a superior campaign and or single player Story mode, they just do. It is what it is. Battlefield has never been known for a campaign, and it continues. So it's sad because, we wanted and expected so much from this game. However, I will say this. The reason why we even play these games for any kind of replay value is the multiplayer. So, again, a lot of us will just, play the campaign or the single player just to kind of get the achievements and trophies and just move on. Because we won't really touch it again, to be quite frank. I know I didn't. As soon as I basically finished it in Bad Company 2, I never touched it again. It was all about multiplayer from then on out. So, and I know it's going to be the case for a lot of you guys as well, too. And, once again, with that said, while we turn to the campaign for at least a little bit of a diversion, I want it to be as basically as engrossing as possible. I want it to be as much of like an interactive movie as much as possible. And this is kind of what Call of Duty rather, is kind of, given to us. And I'm like I said, I'm going to deny them, my $60 because I don't want to, play their multiplayer. I just refuse to. After Modern Warfare 2 and the multiplayer experience there, I know it didn't get any better in Black Ops, so I'm not interested. What I am interested in is replay value, and that's again the reason why I'm going to hang on to this disc and continue to play it for obviously maybe about a year, 2 years maybe. I still will hang on to my BC2 disc. I still think I'll jump into BC2. I think I'm a 46, so I just think just for shits and giggles, I think I want to hit 50 just to say that I am a 50. But it's, Battlefield 3 on the multiplayer side, the highest rank you can achieve is a 145. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. It's not going to be something that you can just, tank horde and chopper horde and even now jet horde your way, to there. It's going to take a while. And you got a lot to do, a lot of stuff to unlock, which I think is really cool because, again, a lot of those 50s may have excelled at sniping and getting, those marksman headshots. It now forces you to obviously play all the other classes to, number one, unlock your guns and stuff like that, your all kits and whatnot. But again, it forces you to just open up and play, and that's really I think is what's going to really define this multiplayer game. I've yet to play it, obviously, because of I'm banned at this moment, but I can't wait. And I also have to say this as well too. I have finished the campaign. Yes, I have finished it. It went with the 24 hours that it came out. Bear in mind, I did get it on the midnight launch here at my local Best Buy. So I did have obviously a head start, and just took me 2 nights to obviously finish it up. So here's my impressions, if you will. It was slapped together. God bless DICE, God bless EA, obviously for making a fantastic game. However, it's the multiplayer that we're all gonna obviously want to play and look forward to. Unlocking stuff, etc., for a year and a half, 2 years to come. However, the single player, they just have to put something on there, and it's not an engaging, engrossing single player. It just isn't. You've got this mission like I said, that was fun. However, flip side of the coin is that there's just no real character development. Even though I finished it. It kind of, and again, I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but it kind of left you guessing who were those guys, and you kind of get an idea of what was going on, and it's almost immaterial, who were those guys, and again, if you finished it too, you know what I'm talking about, because they were never really identified, but again, it doesn't really make a difference, and again, it's I want to be entertained, and that's the reason why we play games to begin with. Is I want a story. I want it to be as much of like a movie-esque as possible, but with some interaction, and I get to obviously do a little something. And I'm not saying that we don't necessarily get that. It's just the story itself is lacking, and I think that's really about it. The missions that you got to do, a pretty good mixture. From obviously sniping to ground infantry to manning mounted. Machines and machine guns and stuff like that. I mean, they do mix it up so at least you're not doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. And you got different roles and things like that. Again, not to give anything away, but it just was a little lackluster, in my opinion. So, once again, if you're, and I know that there's that crowd that still exists out there that they only want to play single player, quite frankly, rent it. Because seriously, if you rent it for a week, I think you'll knock it out in a couple of days, the single player, and be done with it and hasta la vista. But if you're anything like myself and the majority of my subscribers that are out there, you're going to want to play the multiplayer, hang on to it, and keep playing it, etc., etc. So just remember, guys, November the 10th is when I basically come back online. So from then on forward, expect to obviously see some online gameplay, etc., from you, some more videos, by then as well too. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you've got any comments, questions, or anything, leave them below in the comments. And please, it does help, but please, thumbs up, and it does help. But thanks for watching as always, and I look forward to hearing from you guys a little later.